Hey everybody, I'm Steve Schulz and welcome to this edition of Reality Check. Now this week's topic is follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. You see, not everybody is going to sign up on the spot. Not everybody's going to become a promoter or a customer on the spot. For those who need to think about it, for those who need to talk to their spouses, for those who think, well, you know what, I just don't know if I have enough time to do this, you have to follow up. Because if you don't follow up with them, you will never get them as a customer, you will never get them as a promoter. When I'm talking to somebody, after the business presentation is over with, I will ask for the order. I'll say, listen, the next step is to set up your account and get you in the system and get your first order placed. And I continue that process until they tell me to stop. And if they tell me to stop, hey, I need to think about it, let me go home and talk to my spouse, I say, that's great. I said, let me know within 48 hours if this is something that you might want to get started with. And I look them right in the eye and I say, listen, the yeses are great, the nos are okay, the maybes kill me. All I'm looking for is a yes or a no. I need to know what list to put you on. And this is the conversation that I'm having with my prospect. Now, 48 hours gives me, it does two things for me. Number one, it creates a little bit of urgency. It's like, all right, you got 2 days to figure this out. And number two, it gives me a reason to call them back, okay? See, I think that most people, the reason that they say no is not because they don't want to do it. It's because they really don't know how to do it. And so you've got to make it perfectly clear during the presentation and after the presentation that your prospect feels that you are in their corner, that you are with them every step of the way, and you're going to help them build this business every step of the way. But you need to follow up. And if somebody says, hey, you know what, it's just the timing is just not right, I say, great, let me know within 48 hours, write down any questions that you have, I'll touch base with you in the next couple of days, we'll go have coffee somewhere, and let's talk about it. Well, 9 out of 10 times they're going to say, all right, that sounds good. Why? Because they just want to leave the room. They want to get out of there. Well, in 48 hours, make sure that you call them back. Okay? Live up to your end of the bargain and follow up with them and set a follow-up appointment. Now, they may avoid you a little bit, but keep following up until you get them back in the room. And when you get them back in the room, the first thing I would say is, are you ready to get started? Are you ready to get started? I'm not going to say, hey, what do you think? Because they're going to say, well, I don't think this is right for me. No. Let's keep it positive. The first thing I'm going to say is, are you ready to get started? And then I'm going to continue with that process of setting up their account, getting their first order, asking them if they want to become a promoter until they stop me again. People want to be told what to do, so tell them what the next step is, and the next step is get started now. If they stop, they put up the roadblocks, say, listen, what other questions do you need in order for, answered in order to get started with this program? And just listen, because there's not a single question that we don't have an answer to. And listen, if you are not following up, you've got no chance of signing these people up. So follow up until you get a yes or a no. And if somebody says yes, great. Work with them, get them to Builder in the next 2 weeks or so. If they say no, the timing's not right, then ask them to at least become a customer. Okay? 9 out of 10 times they will be your customer. Okay? They'll be like, well, I don't want to be a promoter, but yeah, you know what? I need to get on the products anyways. And then stay in touch with those people. All right? Do nice things for your customers on a monthly basis. Send them movie tickets, send them car wash passes, send them cards and gifts, making sure they understand how valuable they are to you and your business. But once again, it's follow up. You did everything right. You got them to the presentation, you gave them the information, they weren't quite ready to sign up. That doesn't mean it's over with. You need to follow up, get their questions answered, see what the next step is. If it's a no, you're not going to throw them to the wayside. They're going to become loyal customers, and you're going to continue to drip on them throughout the year, and eventually, I say eventually, hopefully, they will become a promoter at some time. So get out there, you guys. Share the business with as many people as you can, but don't forget, the fortune is in the follow-up.